welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to take a break from the makeup and we are going to talk about skincare. And we are going to be talking about cleanser because cleanser is such an essential part to your skincare routine, because without properly cleansing your skin, the rest of your routine just isn't going to perform as well as it could. So cleansing is important, and I'm going to share with you all of the cleansers that are currently in my routine and a little bit of feedback and mini review about each of them, why I like them, why I don't like them. So without further ado, let's jump right into the video. So the first cleanser we are going to talk about is a balm cleanser. And this is the Glow Recipe Papaya Sorbet Enzyme Cleansing Balm. So really cute orange packaging, nice glass bottle. You can see I have almost finished this one off. I love the scent of this. It does have like a papaya cut with something. It's not a pure papaya scent, it's papaya plus something. Now, this cleanser does do a really nice job at removing the makeup on the skin. But I find for me, if my skin is feeling the least bit reactive or sensitive and I go to use this, my skin gets very, very irritated. So I can't use this one every single day. And if you're someone like me who has rosacea, you have a sensitive skin, your barrier's compromised, or anything that just might cause excess sensitivity with your skin, I wouldn't recommend this, as some of the more fragrant ingredients, as well as the enzymatic exfoliants in this product, they can cause a little extra irritation to the skin. But if none of that bothers you, it's a really, really nice cleansing balm. A little bit more pricey compared to some of the ones that we find in the Japanese and Korean beauty market. But for a good, accessible one that you can find easily at Sephora, it's a nice one. Now, the next product I have is an oil cleanser, and it is not specified as an oil cleanser, but it is the Neutrogena body oil. This is the light sesame formula, fragrance free. This is one that I was very, very curious to try out because Dr. Dre talked about how she loved using it for removal of sunscreen on the body and on the face. And I have to say, I really agree with her. This product does really well at removing stubborn makeup and sunscreen on face and body. So I have used this for almost 4 months now, and you can see I've used a tiny bit. You need the smallest amount and apply it to dry skin. Massage it in, go to remove it. All you need to do is step in your shower or at your sink, and then you'll see it start to turn white. And that's thanks to the PEG40, which is an emulsifier in the product. And that just helps everything to kind of break down and come off easily, so you can go in with your second normal step cleanser and get a really nice clean base, so your evening skincare routine is ready to go. Now, there are some nights where maybe I've stayed up too late, or it's just a lazy skincare night and I don't want to do a bunch of different steps. I don't want to use a ton of different products. And for that, I really love this Bioderma Atoderm. This is the Ultra-Nourishing Anti-Irritation Cleansing Oil. Now, this is more so commonly used as a body cleansing oil, and I do like it for that. That is what I primarily use this for. However, I find if my skin feels a little irritable and I don't have the Neutrogena on hand, then I can use a little bit of this, apply it to slightly dampened skin, massage it, it will rinse off, and then I can use this again as a second step cleanser if I don't want to use one of the other cleansers. I've used this for, oh my goodness, almost 3, maybe 4 years as a body cleanser in the shower. It's really, really nice. I never experience any type of irritation. And then when it rinses off, your skin just always feels really nourished and hydrated. So if you don't want to use a body moisturizer, you don't really have to, as this just was really good for nourishing the skin. So love this for face and body. So now we've got our kind of second step cleansers, or the cleansers that you would use after a cleansing oil or a cleansing balm to really get everything off of the skin and just really clean it. Now, for years, I've loved the more gentle, milky cleansers like the La Roche-Posay Tolerian, which you've seen in other videos, as well as the Aveeno Calm and Restore Oat kind of like jelly cleanser. Those are really, really nice. However, I finished those up and I don't currently have them in my routine. For my second step, I'm using something that is a little bit more gel-like, that foams up a little bit more, because now in the summer, my skin is producing a little bit more oil. I can feel a little bit more greasy by the end of the night. So I just want to kind of refresh the skin without stripping my skin. Not a new product, but this is the CeraVe Facial Foaming Cleanser. And it's a really, really nice cleanser. And like many other CeraVe products, it has a very kind of nourishing formula. It does have the inclusion of niacinamide and glycerin, so it's gonna help a little bit to kind of calm redness, help balance out oil production thanks to the niacinamide. Now, don't bank too much on that because it is a rinse-off formula and most of the benefits will go down the drain. So don't put a large amount of stock into any type of anti-aging benefits from your cleanser, as it's not on the skin long enough to really take effect. However, this is really nice for breaking through oil cleansers, and I also like this as a body cleanser. So there's a few days where maybe I've been outside running, just like had a really sweaty, kind of greasy feeling day, and this isn't doing it for me. I can use this on my body as well, and in pinches, like when I've been on vacation, maybe I forgot to pack a shampoo or something, this also works really well as a nice kind of cleansing kind of shampoo. And since it's not really heavy with any type of silicones or things like that, I find it doesn't weigh the hair down. So if I want a little extra volume to my hair, I'll even now use this as a shampoo on occasion. The Selfless by Hyram Centella and Green Tea Daily Gel Cleanser. Now, I ordered this and one of the other exfoliating serum products when this line first launched at Sephora because I was curious to try it out. I really enjoy the Inkey list, which is who this brand is in partnership by, but I wasn't sure because I know Hyram has been around in the skincare kind of skin influencer market for a while now. I've just never really watched his content and I didn't really know anything about this product range. So when I checked out the ingredient list on Sephora, everything looked good. So I ordered this and one other product, and this product is nice. It's a very gentle gel cleanser, doesn't really foam up a lot, and it's a nice basic cleanser. Now, if I've used something like a heavier balm cleanser, like the one by Glow Recipe, and I try to use this after, I feel like there's still a little bit of like a film on my skin, so I might have to use this twice, which means I'm cleansing 3 times in the evening, which I don't like to cleanse my skin more than I have to. Sometimes when I've tried this in the morning, if I've had like an especially oily or sweaty night when I've been sleeping, it just doesn't do enough for me. If my face feels really sensitive, I don't want to use an oil or a milk cleanser, I can use this. It's not bad, it's not exciting. And I believe this is around $20 if I'm not mistaken here in Canada. And for that price, you can find some other very similar products at a lower price point. So if you're curious about it, it's not bad. It's just not my favorite. And I've tried using this as a body cleanser because I like to repurpose my cleansers for face and body. If I get to a point where I just really don't enjoy this for my face, I could use it as a body cleanser and go through it really quickly because you need a lot for body cleansing. So not bad, not amazing. It's an in the middle product. So try it if you want to. It's not bad. It's got antioxidants in it. Antioxidants in your cleanser, not really exciting because they just go down the drain. So try it if you want to. It's just not something I'll repurchase. So my last group of cleansers are cleansers with the active ingredient of an exfoliating acid, whether it's an alpha hydroxy acid or a beta hydroxy acid. I mentioned earlier that a lot of times having active ingredients in your cleanser isn't always the best idea, as most of them go down the drain. However, with your chemical exfoliants added into a cleanser, whether it's an alpha hydroxy acid, beta hydroxy acid, or a polyhydroxy acid, normally if you leave them on for 3 to 5 minutes, they lower the pH of the skin just enough to get a nice gentle exfoliation, and then you rinse it off so you avoid that risk of a kind of excessive irritation from prolonged exposure to an active ingredient. So I like to use these in the showers for areas of my body that maybe I experience breakouts occasionally, like chest, back, shoulders. If I'm shaving, I a lot of times use these as a shaving gel, as I'm getting that little bit of extra chemical exfoliation with manual exfoliation. And one of the products I've been using a lot for it, and I will tell you why when we get to that. So let's jump into what the cleansers are. The Inkey List Salicylic Acid Cleanser. This is a nice fragrance-free beta hydroxy acid cleanser, and I use this a lot of the times in the morning. So I do use a vitamin C serum, which is an L-ascorbic acid serum, and it's the one from Timeless Skincare. And for vitamin C to work most effectively, it does better when your skin is in a slightly more acidic state. So I apply this to skin, leave it on for about 3 to 5 minutes, almost like a mini exfoliating mask that helps to lower the pH of my skin so my vitamin C can work a little bit more effectively. And also by doing this, it's on the skin just long enough so where I commonly am prone to congestions like the sides of my nose or anywhere I might get sebaceous filaments, which are those little things if you've ever done a pore strip and you've kind of peeled it off and you see those little like kind of fleshy colored spikes, that's normally a sebaceous filament. But this is just really nice for helping to dissolve everything because beta hydroxy acids are oil soluble. They can get into the pore, clean everything out, and then you rinse them off. So it kind of cuts down on the potential risk of it. And beta hydroxy acids, such as salicylic acid, they're also anti-inflammatory. So they're nice for calming down some sensitivity. Now, a lot of people with rosacea cannot tolerate this. I've been using salicylic acid as leave-on treatment and cleansers for years since I was in high school struggling with acne. So my skin's had a lot of time to acclimate itself to using a chemical exfoliant every day. And I find for me, if my rosacea is flaring or my moisture barrier is slightly impaired, this can still be too much for me. So you really need to listen to your skin when using something like this, whether you experience sensitivity or not. It's always good just to listen to your skin. And if something doesn't feel good, take it off. On a similar note, we have the Neutrogena Body Clear Body Wash. This is another salicylic acid body wash, and I have been using this for 15 years, I think. Now I've gone between this one and then the grapefruit one, and the grapefruit one is the one I used in high school. I noticed that in gym class I got really insecure because I started breaking out on my back and shoulders more than my face, but eventually my face caught up to my back and shoulders. And even now, as an adult, I'm 31, I use a topical retinoid on my trunk area and I still get breakouts here and there. So I use this once, twice a week, leave it on for 3 to 5 minutes, and it does really good at keeping everything in check. Now, there is a version for this that Neutrogena has that is for the face, and I find the version for the face is a little bit more of a thin gel-like texture. This one is a little bit more viscous. I do not like this on the face at all, but on the body, it's really nice, and that thicker, kind of more occlusive feeling helps it kind of stay in place a little bit better. So really love this. It does have fragrance, so if you're really sensitive to fragrance on the face, definitely avoid. Same thing with the facial version. And if you're someone who can tolerate fragrance on the body, then this is a great one at a drugstore price. The final cleanser we have is the L'Oreal Paris Reviatlift Triple Power LZ or ZR 3.5% pure glycolic acid cleansing gel. And I did not check out the ingredient deck on this when I bought it. All I did is I saw this little blue fragrance-free kind of graphic posted on it, and I added it to my cart right then and there. And if I would have turned and read the ingredient deck, I would have seen that menthol is the 4th ingredient. Depending on who you ask, menthol can be considered as a fragrance. Some people say it's not. Some people say it's for like cooling and invigorating the skin. Some people even say it can be for calming the skin. And me, my background in cosmetics, cosmetic chemistry, menthol is considered as a fragrance. It can be an irritant to a lot of people, and for me, on my face, this can be quite irritating. Now, if we look at the ingredient deck, it does say it has a 3.5 pure glycolic acid, but if you read on the back, you'll see it has glycolic acid, and then it also has the inclusion of salicylic acid towards the bottom. So you get a little bit of an alpha hydroxy acid and beta hydroxy acid. With the inclusion of menthol, I can't use it on my face. It's very irritating. However, I use it on my arms as a shaving gel because alpha hydroxy acids are water soluble, which means they work on the surface of the skin, and they're really good for breaking up dark spots and pigmentation. And recently with my arms, I've been starting my IPL again, and I've been working on some different skincare products to lighten up the hyperpigmentation I have from when I was younger, and I would go outside without sun protection, or I would even go to tanning beds. So lesson learned, don't do that if you want to preserve your skin in the long run, because now it's taken some in-office treatments to get to where I am now with the visible amount of sun damage I have, but they've got a ways to go. But this one, it lathers up really well, and using it as a shave gel is phenomenal. So I like it for that. However, there's other products that I can find on the market without the irritating menthol in them, so I won't repurchase this one. I hope you found this breakdown of the cleansers that I'm currently using to be helpful. Most of these cleansers I felt like would work for people who are more kind of in the middle or normal skinned, up to someone who's combination oily, such as myself. If you are very, very dry skin, the more active cleansers, like ones with like alpha hydroxy acids or the beta hydroxy acids, these might feel a little dry on the skin, so you can use them. I would keep your contact time with them down to a 3-minute minimum, and then follow up with a more rich hydrating moisturizer. The Selfless by Hyram, it could work, but I just feel like it's really kind of nothing much to write home about. And then if you're really dry, I would avoid using the CeraVe facial foaming cleanser on your face, because you might find this feels a little stripping, because there's not really anything nourishing or hydrating about this formula. It's very much good for cutting through oil, and if you're dry, you're not producing a lot of oil or sebum, so you might not love this. Now, the 2 oils as well as the cleansing balm, those should work for all skin types. If you are someone with more of a drier skin type, you could use it for your first and second step cleanser to get that little extra bit of nourishing, but I tend to like something that's gonna help remove that's more water soluble. With that being said, if you found this video enjoyable and helpful, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know if you've tried any of these cleansers, or what are your favorite cleansers that you're currently using, if there's something I need to try. I have got quite a few cleansers in my backup drawers in my closet that I need to make my way through before I buy a new one. But these are the ones I'm currently going through since starting here on YouTube. I'm trying a lot of skincare lately, and sometimes my skin doesn't really like it. So cleanser and basic moisturizers are the easiest way for me to kind of play with multiple products without suffering too much with like irritation. So I will see you all in the next video. Bye.